Hello, Business 330 students. This is Professor Hassey. It's our week 1 weekend update video just to highlight our week from our class last Monday and to prepare for our classwork this coming Monday, February 6th. So this weekend, you are to post your student discussion forum. That is to do a short bio, create a thread, and then post your spreadsheet file of your portfolio. So I want to walk through that because I'm getting some emails from some students having difficulties with that. So I'm going to walk through that, make sure you did it okay. This Sunday afternoon, I will be looking over and grading that work and posting my comments and grades about that work. So maybe you might want to review it if you look at something a little bit different than what I present here in this video. Secondly, we'll do a couple of videos highlighting our week's topics. What is finance? Show a couple of videos on that. And then we'll prep for our class on Monday. Remember, Monday class is at 5:30 via telepresence, and videos need to be on. If you do not have your video on this week number 2, I gave you some slack last week. Week number 2, that will affect your class participation grade in this course. It's almost like you're not attending if I cannot see you in a video. So either turn your video on at home or go to your local regional campus site where your class is held, either Ontario, Point Mugu, Naval Air Station, Kern County, Bakersfield, and Burbank. Please attend those class sites if you cannot have video access from your remote site. If that is very important as we begin our second week of study. So first of all, let's take a look at the process this week of doing your first assignment. So if you go to the student discussion forum, as you can see, many students have already posted, but all you need to do is click on the file folder and then go create a thread. So I'm just going to put here, my thread will be, the subject will be Mr. Hassey sample. And then you go on and first of all, you type your bio. I am alive. And then you would create an explanation of why you selected your stocks. And then after that, you would post your file folder. So for example, I'm going to click on this ad, which is add content. Then I'm going to go to insert local files. And my file is located on my desktop, my portfolio. So there it is right there. I would click on that file on my desktop, hit open, and now it is uploaded to the Blackboard discussion post. Then I would click submit. And now, as you can see, that file folder is now posted to Blackboard. And then I can now read it and grade it and post the grade to your grade center. That's all you need to do. Now my file looks like this. So again, as I did, I opened up created a file folder, a thread in the discussion forum for assignment 1. Here's that file folder, Mr. Hassey sample, where I put in my bio. I put in an explanation of my stocks, and then I went to add the stocks, and I added my stocks from my desktop to the forum. Okay, pretty simple. And then you hit OK and hit submit, and there's the file folder. So that's what I was looking for this work this week. My portfolio is made up of 4 stocks, each allocated $25,000. I found the share price on Friday, divide that share price into the investment in this cell here for shares, and then I round to the nearest whole share. You can do that by clicking on the arrows. That's increasing it. By decreasing it here, I make it whole number. I take the values also of my Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, and that's what I'm looking for this first week of work. At the same time, I hope you're getting familiar with our Blackboard and our course. Week number 1 right here is what it talks about our class week. And every week you'll see a learning assignments for the week. This week's learning assignment is due Sunday evening, 10% of your course grade, your student bio and portfolio. Click on the file folder for the week, and there's various information about our course study. This week's financial fact is about the S&P 500, one of our indexes that we're tracking in our portfolio. There's the definition of the S&P 500. And then a review of our chapter lecture works. Chapter 1 is on what is finance, financial markets. Chapter 2 is on understanding the basic fundamentals of finance, the financial markets. And here's a couple videos explaining our week 1 topics.
Generally, finance is the study of banking, leverage, credit, capital markets, money, and investments, along with how they are used by individuals and companies. Many of the basic concepts in finance come from micro and macroeconomic theories. One of the most fundamental theories is the time value of money, which essentially states that a dollar today is worth more than a dollar in the future. Finance is often segmented into public, private, and corporate finance. The public finance sector includes government tax, spending, budgeting, and debt issuance policies that all affect how a government pays for the services it provides to the public. Corporate finance refers to the financial activities related to running a corporation. Personal finance applies to individual consumers and the ways they manage their spending, save for the future, and pay for basic needs. These 3 categories contain many subcategories, including behavioral finance, intangible finance, experimental finance, and financial mathematics. In addition, finance is often used as a general term to refer to borrowing money on credit to pay for something. For instance, if Dane needs to buy a new bathroom sink for his home remodel but does not have enough money to pay for it, he may use the buy now, pay later credit offer from a large retailer to finance his purchase.
It's the role of the Chief Financial Officer to monitor and interpret the business's financial information. Finance, in its broadest sense, has become the driving force in U.S. corporations. Gary Coughlin is the Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer for Abbott Laboratories. Abbott is among the world's largest and most successful corporations, with more than 56,000 employees, a presence in approximately 130 countries, and worldwide sales of around $12.5 billion. Although no single person is responsible for all the financial decisions, the CFO is charged with the majority of these responsibilities. Top management is continuously involved in financial decisions, as are people in every department of the company. The Chief Financial Officer, or CFO, leads the finance department, and the key financial officers report to the CFO. The treasurer and the controller are next in the chain of command. The treasurer raises funds and manages the company's capital structure, and the controller manages budgeting and accounting. While auditing is often part of the controller's responsibilities, at Abbott, audit is a separate function with an audit vice president reporting to the CFO. The CFO is deeply involved in financial policy making and corporate planning. Often the CFO will have general managerial responsibilities beyond strictly financial issues and may also be a member of the board of directors, although Mr. Coughlin is not on the Abbott board. The CFO may take on operating and strategic responsibilities, but those duties grow out of what remains the core of the job, maintaining the corporation's financial strength and maximizing shareholder value.
Well, the basic role of CFO is changed over time, but essentially have the key issues of maintaining the financial value of the firm and maximizing shareholder value. Those have always kind of been the preeminent activities that the CFO gets involved in. But as time has changed, you become more of a partner with the operating management, whether it be the CEO or the division management. So the CFO's responsibilities are broadened into the areas like strategy and change initiatives. Okay, and examples would be like, you might be called upon to champion a growth initiative or some other new thing or cultural change, such as how would you do total quality management in the organization, or other such strategies as, how is e-commerce going to affect the business? So, I mean, you get into those kind of activities, which in years past you wouldn't have. You've been mostly into the financial, just kind of maintain a balance sheet, an income statement, and so on. So even though that becomes the financial stewardship becomes, it's still the foundation of the job. It's just become much broader.
One of Mr. Coughlin's most important responsibilities is communicating financial information. He is accountable to the board of directors to be an independent advisor and to provide correct, detailed financial information. Investment analysts and shareholders also rely on the CFO to provide accurate financial data.
Generally, in most major corporations, the CFO is one of the primary interfaces along with the investor relations department with the investment community. And the investment community means, in most cases, both the sell-side analysts, those people who write research on your corporation, as well as buy-side analysts, who represent the major institutions who invest in your stock. And then also you have conferences for individual investors. So essentially, the CFO is kind of the one who oversees that function. And what the key job is you have to make sure that you have the right information out there. Today's markets are very volatile, and you can see if you miss your estimate by a penny, stocks can go down 5 to 10%. And so there's great scrutiny on quarterly earnings in the United States and how that impacts your stock price. So the CFO has to make sure that you get the right expectations out there, and then they have the most valid or available information that is not proprietary and can be disclosed, so that the investors can make the appropriate decision.
Okay, those are two good videos just to highlight our definitions of finance from the first week. A brief explanation of what finance is: public, private, corporate. This class is a corporate finance class. And secondly, what is the role of the CFO in the definition of finance to maximize shareholder value, to create capital management decision-making and management structure to ensure that the company has its greatest value to the investors, and providing most efficiency to provide that value to the markets. So those are the definitions of Chapter 1. This next week, our class begins 5:30 on Monday, February 6th. We talk about accounting and finance and measuring corporate performance, a review of the balance sheet, the income statement, the statement of cash flow, measuring corporate performance, financial statement analysis from Chapter 4. We'll look at a couple of examples of those things. Also, we'll review our portfolio, make a final determination of our postings over the weekend. And also on Monday is posted your assignment number 1, which is due the following Sunday, February 12th. Assignment number 1 is basically the chapters 1 and 2 and the definitions of finance. So that's where we stand heading into Monday evening's class at 5:30. Look forward to seeing you all there. Let's hopefully we don't have any kinks in our technology at the various levels, but if we do, we'll work on it. Just keep track of your emails, look for any postings, any changes. But as of now, we're all set for the same link that we used last week and going forward to run our telepresence class. So looking forward to seeing you all. Have a great rest of the weekend. And until Monday, adios.